Hey everybody, Rich here at Flippin4alivin. Thanks again for watching the show. We're going to go through a bunch of finds I had, a couple on Thursday, a few on Friday, actually mostly on Friday, and a little bit on Saturday morning. Yeah, so I just want to jump right in. You know, I have a few things that I can't even really fit inside the man cave slash studio slash garage slash dog house. So I have a few snippets from Thursday, Friday, and Saturday that I'm going to just throw into the video. I'm going to start off with a bang. Bouncy house. Check this out. I got taught a lesson today. I bought a bouncy house for $60. I can't believe that somebody would sell this bouncy house for $60, first of all. Like, it's in fantastic shape. It's for 3 to 8 year old kids. Little tykes. Anyways, what are they thinking, right? They're just giving money away, and that's why we hustle out there and we find it, right? The lesson I learned today is not everything is worth 40 to 60% of its new value. That's the ratio I like to go by for current stuff. You know, buy it at 5, 10, 15% of its original value and sell it for 40 to 60%. Well, it turns out, if it's 25 degrees out and you have a bouncy house that's in fantastic shape and it's a beautiful sunny day, you can ask way more than 60% of its original value, because this thing was $300 new and I posted it for $175 and it sold in 3 minutes. Not a joke. I could show it to you if I knew how to copy and paste pictures into the video. I could show you that I posted it 50 minutes ago, 50, and 47 minutes ago a person said they would take it and they were on their way. So 3 minutes to make $115, an entire day's wage. Well, obviously in way less than an hour. So, man, I love what I do. And then secondly, bikes, of course, a great thing in spring when it's 25 degrees out in Saskatoon, or the equivalent, I think, around 85 if you're going by Fahrenheit. Bikes, huge seller. Posted a bunch of bikes, 3 of them are already sold. Take a look at this. I'm going to talk about bikes real quick. Something I like to do, and if you have the resources where you can store them and wait to not flip them right away, I like to be efficient and get a few bikes together like we have right here, and I like to post them all at the same time on Facebook, especially on a day like today where it's 28 degrees in Saskatoon or about 83 Fahrenheit, if that's what you go by. So just real quick, I'll show you these BMX here. It's a little beat up. I only paid $10 for it, but again, the start of spring slash summer, that'll go easily for $60. The little orange one here was $20. I got it posted for $50. Same with the little purple one, was $20. I got it posted for $50. This guy, I think I talked about him before. I was going to keep it, but I found yet a better bike for myself. So that one I actually got for free, in front of somebody's house. They just, yeah, they didn't realize the value in a vintage bike, and they just put it out, and everything's great on it. No flat tires or anything. So that was a free investment, and this one in the end, I paid $25 for that today, and I put that one up for $75. So what do we got? $75, $85, $125 invested in these 5 bikes, and I got them priced for $350. So yeah, that's another good day's work. And yeah, just a little tip: if you can, do it all at once instead of posting 5 separate ads over the course of a couple weeks. Just do it all at once. People will be coming and running for these on a beautiful day like this. All right, so now let's jump right in what we did the rest of the weekend, picking things up. I'm going to start off just real quick, go through some video game stuff. Every video game I'm going to show you here, firstly, these are all PlayStation 2, certainly nothing to brag about. Every one of these was $1 a piece. The generic, you know, wrestling and sports stuff. The 2 on the top, though, sorry, there's Xbox in there too. This one is still sealed. It is just ripped just a little bit there. So I don't know, do you still sell that as brand new? I think I'm going to. So these were $1 each, and a lot of times, again, I mentioned it before in videos, video games, I'll just pick them up for $1 no matter what if they're in good shape, because in the worst case scenario, I throw those in with a system, and it'll take the value of a plain system that you might sell for $40, a PlayStation 2 or something. You throw in a couple $1 games, and you can ask $10 or $15 more. So it actually gets you way more value back if you can throw in a couple $1 games. That's probably what those will go towards. Same with the DSs. These 6 games were $5, and I don't know if you can see in there, but there is Mario Kart DS, a Pets game. Those are a little more popular. And last few, these ones they wanted $3 each for. I did get them for $2 a piece, and those are about $10 games. And just a couple really lame N64 games, but I'm not going to pass on those for $2 a piece. WWF Attitude and 1080 Snowboarding. So this stack of games, I only got $27, invested all those. Absolute low ball minimum. We're going to get 125 bucks out of those. So yeah, that's a good little profit. I got 3 of these. These are absolutely brand new. They're Energizer recharging kits, universal. They had $5 a piece on those, and they had 3 of them. I just asked if they would take $10 for the 3, and they did absolutely take that. So I have all 3. These guys are actually selling for 25 to 35, even as high, I've seen as high as 40. But I'm going to say $25 to $35 in my evaluation. So we're going to get a minimum 75 out of those. That was a great little investment. iPhone 4. It's only an 8 gigabyte. A lot of people might not buy this for $50, but I did. It still had the box and manual. It had already been factory reset. It came with the little camera that you can attach to them, and I think those are worth about 20 bucks on their own. And I got this for 50. Actually, I'm keeping these, but I got myself a freebie thrown in. They would not move on the price of $50, which is fine. But if someone's not going to move on their price, at least try and get yourself a little freebie then. You know, something they have, even for 50 cents or $1 thrown in, because you can get that extra value that you're trying to get out of your flip. You can get it by just grabbing another thing for 50 cents or $1. So they did have these for $2 a piece. Superman and Wonder Woman, they're official DC comic drinking cups, and they are unused. The straws aren't all chewed up and gross. So I'm just keeping those, but they had those. I got those thrown in. I could get $15 a piece for those, but we're just going to keep them because I like them. So the iPhone, I'm going to get $100 easily for that on Facebook, a buy and sell site. You may think that sounds like a lot, but it's not. People are always looking for cell phones on Facebook. Locally, don't worry about shipping it out. And if you're selling it locally, it's more likely that the carrier that it may be locked to, if it is locked, is also in your area. So rather than ship it to a different area of the continent. So we're going to make 50 bucks on that. This one I think I screwed up on, unfortunately. It's $2. It was coming up at about 40 bucks. And I opened the side to look, make sure. Oh yeah, is it sealed? And you know what? One side, it was completely sealed. That's not the side I opened. So this side I looked, that's the only side I looked at. Completely sealed, brand new looking. So I'm like, excellent. And then I got it home and noticed that it had actually been opened, the plastic on the other side. So I'll have to look into that more. I may have screwed up on that one. I'm sure I'll get my $2 back, but a little bit of a loss. Beagleopoly. I don't know if you're a Monopoly fan. This is a sealed brand new game, Beagleopoly. They had it for 10, I got it for 8. I've sold every kind of Monopoly you can think of under the sun. You know, Kissopoly, Cokeopoly, Corvetteopoly. So this is one I had never seen in 20 years. So it's pretty cool, and I'm gonna get an easy 40 bucks for that. We got a Kobo, they had price for 10, I got it for 8. They're going for around $40. She said there's already like 1,000 books on there, so I don't know if that adds value or not, but either way, $8 is going to turn into 40, no problem. I did get this Vanguard tripod. It's in really nice shape. They had the box, that's great. I paid $5 for that. Probably just going to hang on to that because I'm not really happy with the tripod I have. Naruto. They told me this guy's name. I forget what it is. I just actually sold another anime character, a little smaller stuffy, for $29 that I paid a quarter for. And this one I found also for a quarter, and it's going to go in that $20 range also. So that's the big markup for the day. But, you know, 25 cents, like, did I not remember paying $30 for that? Anyways, Diddy Beats. These guys, $15 I got those for. I tested them out right there on my phone. They sound great. They actually are really, really loud. So if I am going to probably keep them or give them to my son. So I'm not including that in the evaluation today. But I could easily triple or quadruple my money on those. But I think we're just going to hang on to them. This one is another thing I'm not including in the actual evaluation because it's kind of goofy. It's a Bulova clock. I mean, Bulova is obviously nice quality. I think it's going to be a pretty tough sell at the end of the day. They said they got it on their wedding. They've been married for 12 years. And it's never came out of the wrapper. So that's what happens to wedding presents. They end up at garage sales for $10. I did find one that is for sale on eBay right now. They're asking $149. Doesn't seem like there's much activity on it. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to take a shot at $8. Maybe I'll throw mine up there for $79 or something. We'll see. It could be a home run. It could be just double my money. But either way, I'm not including it in my profits today. I'm including it in my expenses. That's how I roll, but I'm not including it in my profits. And these two posters here, two movie posters, they're pretty cool. I love this Wonder Woman one. It's going to be hard to get rid of that. It was a poster advertising the release of the DVD or VHS, who knows. Yeah, DVD set. So that's a nice poster. I got these two for $5. And the other one was, of course, upside down. The Pokemon movie poster. So we all know everybody loves Pokemon. Pokemon Heroes the movie. That'll be an easy $20 or $25 sale. Also, I actually have frames for those. Long time ago, I bought about 100 frames for $1 a piece. Movie poster frames that fit those exact size. So that's the first little bundle. I'm going to clear this off and get a few more things on here. So this next little bundle, this actually all came from the same place as the Bouncy house that you saw the video on earlier, and try and take a guess what they were selling these for based on the price they had for that Bouncy house, which was $60 for that thing, just a giveaway. These 6 awesome little boy toys were $12. $12 for all of them. And you know, I'm just going to go through them real quick. This is an easy, guaranteed, like 60 bucks. Some of you might pass on these at, you know, roughly $2 a piece. I think it was like 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, and 1 or something like that. But the beautiful thing about this is, just like their Bouncy house that was in great shape, these are like indoor toys. They're outdoor toys that were clearly just played indoors. Like there's no dust or wear on the tires or mud or crap on them. So real quick, you guys, Tonka, I mean, it's in fantastic shape. I don't know what these ones are. Matchbox and another Tonka. I'm probably going to actually get more than 60 bucks for these, realizing that they are all brand name. I don't think this one is. This one is kind of a knockoff, but still, it's in great shape. Like not a scratch on them, so that's awesome. Like this guy alone, this Tonka here, I could get $25 for. It actually has some of the metal still. Some of the newer Tonkas are just all plastic, but this guy, everything is just gorgeous, and I'll probably get 20 or 25 for that separately. I might sell them as a lot. And same with this guy, Home Depot, little front end scooper, you know, $3. and I'll either get a $15 or $20 bill for that also. So yeah, great little purchase, $12, gonna get probably 60 out of those. But yeah, you know, I just want to add, if these things are weathered, I wouldn't even have looked twice at them. Like if I could tell they were outdoor toys and they were sun faded and had some rust and they were dirty and I had to spend time trying to clean them, wouldn't even have considered it. But yeah, again, clearly indoor toys, so I jumped all over it. Okay, so this next little bundle, I was a little disappointed when I got to this garage sale because it turns out these people, it was their second day. And when you see the prices they had stuff for, you could probably only imagine the crap I missed out on. Sorry, the treasures I missed out on. So yeah, these people were blowing stuff out. You find these a few times a year where it's actually like these people could care less. They should almost just give it away, the prices they're asking, because they're literally going to spend, what, 2 days, 6 hours a day minimum at their sale, setting up, tearing down. They're going to invest 20 hours of their life, probably their entire weekend. What is their time worth? I mean, they must really just love socializing or something at the prices, again, that they're selling it for, because they're going to spend 20 hours of their life. My time is worth $100 an hour, and your time can also be worth $100 an hour. That's what I want to teach you guys. These people clearly, whatever, money was not an issue. So here, I'll just show you real quick. So Wilson Titanium 3 tennis racket. I may not resell this. It's not top of the line, but it was probably still a $60 or $70 racket new. 50 cents. Like, giving this stuff away, 50 cents. So I bought that just to have it lying around. X-Files, season 6 and season 9. It's the only two that were still there. One of them is still sealed. 25 cents a piece. Can you see that? Oh, it's on there. 25 cents a piece. Like this one alone, I'm going to get $15 or $20 for. So this is one of those kind of money in the bank deals. Pretty amazing. A camera, I told you guys before, I'll always pop on an old camera for $5 or $10. They had this one for $2, and I haven't even looked it up yet. A lot of times, it's when you get a camera for this price, you can just take the lens off and sell that separately, because it's so much easier just to ship a lens than a whole heavy camera. I mean, research it, right? Do what's best for you. But this camera, yeah, $2. $2. Wow, $2. And there's even a quarter in the bottom, so $1.75. Look at that, free quarter. I didn't put that there. That wasn't a plant. No, it wasn't. And luggage. Who doesn't need a good piece of luggage? I checked all the straps and belts and zippers, and everything's perfect. $1 a piece for these, like a nice carry-on. I don't even care about the brand. I have a couple big garage sales every year, so that's something that I'll probably just save to sell there. I might post it. I might post it on Facebook. I'm definitely not going to ship that out. And this big sucker too, the big guy, wheels and everything is in excellent shape. It still has the plastic on it. I have no idea what it's worth, but I was not going to pass up on that for $1. And a free leather Dickies wallet, like in their free bin. Do you guys stop at the free bins? I certainly take a quick peek, because I got something right down there you're going to be amazed that somebody put in their free section at the garage sale. So these weren't there, but these were two things I acquired at two different sales. Skateboards. Now they are a little bit beat up, but they were $2 and $4 respectively. And a couple reasons I bought these. One, because it's summertime. Two, because I know already with my experience that, you know the stuff you spray on your tires, the foam, and it just makes it sparkle again? You put that stuff on a skateboard, on the grip tape, makes it sparkle again. And these are going to look brand new for a few cents of tire foam spray. So just a little tip, keep that in mind. And another thing, buying skateboards, if you can't spin the wheels and have them go for a good 5 or 10 seconds, I mean that one's going to go for another 20 if I let it, then don't buy it. It's a piece of garbage. It's not a real skateboard. Although it may look like a skateboard, it's not. So yeah, just something to remember when you're buying skateboards. Give that tire a spin. Crappy skateboards, that ain't gonna happen. So these two guys, they're going locally also. I'm not gonna ship these out unless for some reason I look them up and they're super rare, but I can already tell they're not. These will be quick little $20 sales, $25, maybe even $30 a piece. So we got $6 invested in those. This is the audio visual portion of the show. Gonna start quickly with the two monitors, get them out of the way. This was an Omnitech 18-inch, and this guy was actually $6. I paid more for this one. Probably not gonna ship this out. Again, this is another local thing. Based on what I paid for it, I'm not gonna get super greedy. I don't wanna worry about shipping something like that. So I'm just gonna sell it locally for 25, maybe 30. And this Acer 24-inch, $2 with it because you didn't have the power cord. Like, I guess when you've been doing it as long as I have, I got like probably a dozen power cords lying around. Power cords, there's another thing. Take those out of the free bins, right? Save them for a rainy day if you have room to store them. So no power cord, but I have one, $2 for this. I'll probably get 40 for this. So that is awesome for those, that $8 investment. We're gonna get 70 or 80 bucks, 10 times our money, easily. JVC amp, what is this guy? It's a TDW254. If you're gonna buy electronics, you gotta be prepared to spend an extra 2 minutes at that sale and just make sure at least that it's powered up and the cassettes are spinning or whatever. That's as much as I did with this. I'm at the garage sale, but I got it home, tested it, it's gonna work great. $10 for this guy, and low end $50 on eBay. We could get as high as 100. Guess it depends on people's moods that day. So next thing, we got the solid state turntable. You know, this was a later in the day garage sale, and I'm surprised that it was still sitting there, but it was kind of covered up by some other things. So people may not have noticed it. $5 for this turntable, and there's a couple of things I really like about it. Again, this is just going to be a local sale. I'm probably going to get 40 or 50 for this quite easily. But the things I like about it is that it's got the steel side, and it's actually steel. It's got the dust cover, which is not scratched up. We tested it there though. I saw it was spinning, everything was working. I checked, the needle is there. And something I want you guys to do when you're looking at turntables, if you find any that ever say direct drive on them, those are the best ones that people really love. You can get close to $100 for those. And a second thing, when you're buying one, give that turntable a spin. And if it spins freely like this, it's one of two things. Either the belt's gone, and so it's just gonna spin forever like a roulette table, or it's better quality. And this one, I looked, the belt is still there. Well, I didn't look, we actually tested it and it was working. So I know the belt is there. So yeah, something to look for when you're buying turntables. And they're getting harder and harder to find. But again, that's another 10 times our money on that for sure. And what came with that for the $5, I don't know if you guys were wondering what the heck these were, but they're actually speakers. Anything old is new again, right? These are from the Eaton's company, but I don't know if you can see it in there. There's a little kind of upside down, well, no, it's not upside down. There's a little funnel in there. It kind of looks like a little tornado. The music comes up and it bounces off of that and goes in every direction. So these speakers I might actually keep because I think they're pretty cool. And I'm an 80s child, not quite 70s. I mean, I was around in the 70s, but I wasn't, whatever. You know what I'm saying. If I do put those up for sale, it's going to be $40 or $50, but I'm not including them in my evaluation because I'm likely just going to keep them. And last thing was this Akai 2200 amplifier. Same thing, we took a minute at the sale, made sure everything was powered up. We didn't have speakers to hook up to it. So that's the gamble you got to take on electronics unless you're willing to spend 20 minutes at a yard sale, but I'm not. So I took a gamble on this, and I still haven't hooked it up to any speakers, but everything seems to be functioning as it should. It's nice and clean. The knobs are tight. So yeah, so this guy is also going to be $40 or $50 off of a $10 investment. I love that margin. I love that 5 times there. It's right in the wheel well. I mean, obviously the more the merrier, right? The more money we can make, the better. But that 5 times markup is something I really like on the $5 and $10 items. So I mentioned earlier, always take a quick peek into those free bins. This one kind of, I almost missed this actually, free bin, because they were so big. I'm like, how could those be free? But then I walked up and it said free. You can see it on the tape there. So if you haven't figured out already, these are Xerox toner cartridges. They are completely sealed, never been opened. I can tell it's a factory seal. These people had these in their free bin, and it kind of blows me away. First off, I thought, oh, well, they're probably dried out or garbage or something. But then when I scanned them on eBay, I could see right away that they're still a current product and they're still selling fairly frequently, like a few times a month. So these were in their free bin, you guys, and I'm easily going to get $35 a piece for these, as high as $50 a piece for them. I just can't believe how lazy some people are at yard sales. Like, they'll give this away rather than take 15 or 20 minutes out of their life to post them on eBay and get a $100 bill. They literally had a $100 bill sitting in their free section for somebody to take away. Nice, crisp. In Canada, they're brown. $100 free. Now that everything is out of the way, let's get down to the numbers for the I was going to say the day, but it was actually a couple days. I went out for an hour on Thursday. I went out for 4 hours on Friday and about 3 hours on Saturday. So altogether 12 hours of my time we are in for. I spent about $50 on gas this weekend. Everything that you saw, we invested, we put out $339.50. And we are going to, based on the numbers I already told you, minimum, absolutely bare minimum profit, $1,320 off of this stuff. Absolute bottom line. I mean, there's a few things I left out. The bull of a clock, the speakers, the luggage. I could easily throw another $100 in there. Plus, I'm always estimating on the low end of what I find on eBay or Facebook or Amazon. I don't take the high end. Everything else is a bonus. So on the low end, $1,320 in sales. So $930, 20 cents profit. And that is only $77.51 an hour for my time this week. So disappointing. I'm $100 an hour. I want to be worth $100 an hour minimum. I think you should be also. No, I'm thrilled. $77 an hour to go out and just love what I do. It's just so fulfilling. Thank you again, everybody, for watching Flippin' for a Living. If you have any comments or questions, please put them in the comments section below. I'll make sure and answer them. Continue to like and follow and share these videos with your friends, and hopefully every episode you learn a little something that's going to help you start flipping for a living.